Today's Danger Zone is brought to you by Solo Thirst Crushers. Get yourself a solo today. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Danger Zone. I am James, and to my left we have SupaPhill, Phil, my man, and down below we got the man himself, Sharpie. How are we, fellas?
Hello.
Fantastic,
Welcome,
mate.
welcome.
Fantastic. I can't believe you're actually sponsored by Solo now. This is
I
awesome.
can't believe they came through.
Yeah, nah, not yet. I
And
thought
you
if I just already did it, they'd be like, "Oh shit, did we sponsor this guy?" But like,
Why
forget
would
to
why
actually
would they
sponsor him.
though?
Did we like agree to it? And now they're just like gonna chase it up. Sorry, we forgot the contract. Here you go.
But they already get free advertisement. Why would they? Why would they approach you now?
You're really not helping the cause, you guys.
Especially when you're selling the product so good. They're like, this guy's a champion.
Because
like,
they have
why
no
do we even need to pay him?
They have no choice but to pay you now. They owe you. No,
You guys are killing me. You guys really aren't helping.
Like, I mean, you just said the podcast was sponsored by Solo.
Yeah, I know. All I will say about Solo, right, is before I did these TikToks, I could just walk into my nearest Coles and just buy a 30-pack off the shelf. Now I have to run between 3 Coles. They're all sold out, and then I have to go to Woolies. So,
Wait, you shop at Coles?
Worldwide
yeah,
shortage.
yes, I do. Coles is 3 minutes away from my house.
Okay. Where do you shop at, Aaron?
Aldi, Coles.
Yeah, I go to Aldi
not
if I want to do like a
Woolworths.
full-on grocery
Are you
shop.
Woolworths?
Yeah, I don't go to
Yeah, I'm a
Woolies.
Woolworths, dude.
Nah, I'm still a Coles boy, even if it was further.
I'm either Aldi or Woolies, depending on what I need
Aldi's
and what I need to get. Yeah.
Value for money, Aldi is really good.
I think I actually changed just for like for nappies and wipes. I think I went to Woolies. That's why.
Oh yeah, there's a specific brand at Woolies that we think is good too. I can't remember the name of them. But,
and then my whole shop's just changed just because of that. And then once you get used to the layout of the grocery store and you know where all the items are, and just
I don't think I think we went Coles because they were kind of ahead with like the whole delivery thing, ahead of Woolies. I believe it's something like that. Like a lot of the time, yeah.
We used to do click and collect sometimes, but we'd spend way too much.
Yeah, you buy so much shit that you don't need.
Yeah.
Really?
Which you would think you'd do more so just walking through the aisles, but we don't.
Yeah, T is a fiend for that. She'll go through and she'll like grab chocolate and this and that and buy this and that and that and that. And credit to her, she'll never not forget anything. Whereas I'll go grocery shopping and there's a list and it's like a list written down in front of me and I'll forget one of the items,
Oh yeah,
me too.
I've done that.
But like at least I'm in and out of there and I'm not spending an extra $50 on fucking chips and yogurts and all the good foods. So,
I just buy the wrong shit. There's been so many times Paige has sent me down to buy like baby laundry detergent and I came home with like baby fabric softener and all this shit.
I don't even buy laundry stuff anymore. I stuff it up all the time. Or I'm literally there. I'm like literally there on FaceTime to like Tia, and I'm like, "Is this the right one?" Like just go left a bit.
Yeah.
There's people walking past me, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like
the good thing,
actually the right thing I need.
The good thing about the online ordering is when you get like an online order done, you can go back to like what you've bought like next time, like what you've already purchased. So you can just go through your own list and like, all right, need more of that, need more of that.
You can do that with the click and collects too. We just found ourselves buying a lot of shit.
I guess because like you kind of have like everything in front of you instead of like you have to physically walk in front of it to grab it.
Yeah,
and, like, see it.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, we need this today. We need this orange food dye.
Orange food dye.
I don't know. It's just something random. Like, when would you ever need it?
Yeah, maybe we might make a cake and dye the icing orange or something. Like,
Yeah.
So, how was your guys' Valentine's Day? What'd you guys get up to? What'd you get the missus?
I really outdid myself. I woke up for work. I did an easy one this year. Easy one. Went to make a tea. Like I put together a tea for her when she wakes up. Obviously she just had basically I put sugar and tea bag in a cup. And I put a little love note under it saying like, oh, love you, babe. And then that was it. Done.
That's nice.
Winning.
Yeah, I was pretty simple too. Paige's birthday is in Jan, so it's kind of like Christmas, birthday, and then Valentine's Day. And by then it's like fucking already spent however much money. So I just got some flowers and some chocolates, I had work in the morning too, so I was at work till like 4:30, and then came home and just gave her some chockies and some flowers and gave her a kiss, and then I went and streamed.
And you made a solo TikTok.
Yeah, and I made a solo TikTok. So yeah,
But
pretended to give her.
we
solo
don't
voice note.
celebrate like Valentine's Day much because of Sophie's
Yeah.
birthday in 5 days after, and we also got takeaway that night. Some Taco Bill. Which is kind
Did
of
you
our
go to
favorite.
Taco Bill?
Nah, we ordered
You
out.
Yeah, nice.
What
I know
about
you
you?
two like to go there and smash down some fish bowls. That is always a good time.
Yeah, who doesn't love that?
Did you get something in return from the partner?
No, nothing, not a single thing.
Didn't get a single thing for Valentine's
No.
Day.
Not
Nope.
really. Nah. Like I didn't.
Like
I didn't
said, we
give.
don't
I didn't give
particularly.
anything. So
Yeah, we don't really do anything. It's not. It's just in it like.
Not a
Yeah,
thing.
I don't know. I don't need a day to show my missus I love her.
Yeah.
Aw.
No,
By the way.
Tia gets all soapy about it, so she goes out and buys me stuff. She bought me a shirt, a nice shirt. I'm actually gonna wear that Friday. Anyway, yeah. And what else? And she got me a card that said, "You are my crush" or something like that, and it's like a roller operator, like a steel drum. And then it's got like Tia
Oh, yeah.
operating the roller, and then there's me waving at her. So she's saying that she's gonna like crush me. It's the little pun. It's like a choo choo. The
Mm-hmm. I
Simpsons.
choose you.
Choose me.
Yeah. So yeah,
It's a picture of a
I seen the shirt,
train.
I seen the shirt I picked up, it was all nice and soft, and I'm like, yeah, this is cool. Thanks for that. Like, I never buy clothes for myself. Like this shirt I'm wearing this. I didn't buy it. The shorts that I'm wearing, the socks that I'm wearing, even the undies. I didn't buy anything for myself. So yeah, I appreciate clothes, but I'm not a tangible, like when I give gifts, I hate tangible gifts, if that makes sense. Like I'd rather do something for you.
Yeah.
Like I find like
Yeah.
my mum, my mum and my daughter went out shopping after my mum picked Claire up from school, and then Claire goes, "We gotta get mum flowers." So Claire picked up like the flowers and like chocolates and stuff, and I went to the butcher's and got 2 kilos of pork ribs and slow cooked them for 3 hours, and then we had pork ribs for dinner, and it was
Nice.
fantastic with
I
some
do remember she said that you were
roasted
cooking.
veggies. Yeah, no, it's good. We had no foil though, so I wrapped the meat in baking paper, and it doesn't work out the same.
Oh
Anyone
no.
listening to this, when you cook your meat and slow cook it, just buy fucking foil from the butcher's or the supermarket when you're there. Don't don't be
happened
like,
to
oh, I
it?
think we've got some left in the cupboard. It just wasn't as soft and like wasn't pulling apart as like it doesn't fall off the bone as what it normally does.
Yeah.
Like you could pull it apart, but like it wasn't just like, you had
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
kind of to get it apart. So, but yeah, it was still delicious, and we had a good time, and we had some cake, and
Very nice. I'm thinking about cooking a
Cool
spit
pizza.
this weekend. Got the weekend off, so thinking about cooking a spit. Gonna try
Talk
and
me
play a
through it.
couple of holes on Saturday as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you're not busy.
I
This
might.
isn't really not the time to invite you to go and play golf, but if you'd like to.
No, no. I want you to talk me through the spit first. You know.
So I don't want to give too much away, but basically what I do is I get a couple of kilos of chicken fillets, and I get a big leg of lamb, and I get the butcher to cut the leg of lamb up into euros, which is like strips basically, and so then I chuck it on the spit alternating, so like chicken, lamb, chicken, lamb, chicken, lamb, chicken, lamb, chicken, lamb. After I've marinated it for like hours, so I've got this marinade that
Do you use the same
me and
marinade
my
for both
dad
meats?
both. Sorry.
Do you use the same marinade for both meats?
Yeah, because it's alternating. You got to like redress it
Yeah.
after you cut it and stuff. So me and my dad do the same one. Like we sort of figured it out ourselves and sort of make it. So we do that, and yeah, I douse it. So like every time I redo it, I make all the coals go smoky and fire. So my meat becomes really charred, whereas my dad's isn't. But mine has more flavor because I like all this oil ends up on the spit, just creating flames. When obviously, once the spit's going, it should just be heats off the heat beads, no like actual flames. But yeah, I'll do that, and over the space of probably 3 or 4 hours, I'll keep an eye on it and start shaving meat off as you go, because obviously it's in strips, so you can just take it off, do a shave, and then let it cook on the outside again and again. And yeah, so I'll probably get some rolls and some gravy and maybe some like pasta salad and stuff like that, and enjoy that probably Sunday, I would say. Maybe Saturday, depending. Saturday will just be hard if I am doing stuff during the day. But
How much does
yeah,
that feed?
it's
How
very
many people does
delicious.
that feed?
Depends on how much meat you get. And depends
Too
on how
many
much you
child's
want to eat.
boys are there.
It feeds a fair few. If like normally I'll get like 4.5 kilos of meat, and that lasts a couple of days afterwards if it's just the house. We had you guys over, Phil, and like a bunch of people, and
Yeah,
that
like
was probably
during the
I think that
lockdown.
was
Yeah.
yeah, I think that was 4.5 5 kilos of meat, and that lasted us. We had some left over at the end, so yeah, it goes pretty far. It's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
It like the meat itself probably combined will cost 80, 90, $100, and then that's not including the coals, which are probably $40 for the coals.
You know
And you
the
got firelighters and all that sort of stuff, so it adds up, but it's good. It's worth it.
you go to the butchers near the car yards, like the dealerships?
No, I go
The one at
to
the back?
nah, I go to the one basically like smack bang in the middle of the town.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
Without doxing, across from where the bowling used to be, the old
Yeah, I know,
bowling.
I know, I know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah, the one. Do you know about the one like near the car yards and stuff, near the
Yeah, I
dealerships?
do. Where you go down
Yeah,
the
yeah,
driveway and it's
yeah,
like
in
on
the
the
out the
left. Yeah.
back. Yeah, fantastic place. But the only problem is they shut at 5. So the place that you talked about, I think they're open at 6, and like sometimes with work I can't make it. But
Yeah.
like, if you ever want to go in there and just go back, just like I want 2.5 kilos of brisket, it's there. You want this much amount of this or that or whatever. They've always
Yeah.
got it. Yeah, it's
Are they
fantastic.
cheap?
Yeah, they're not too bad, but it's quality, which is,
Mm.
whatever you're getting is you're getting the best sort of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that I only do, once every like 2 or 3 months. So it's one of those things where I
Yeah.
don't mind spending money, but I don't want to go and pay overs when I can get good quality from elsewhere, I guess.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's all this meat talk doing for you, Aaron?
Oh, mate, my belly.
Sounds good, but I've never done anything like that for sure. But like I'd come over and eat it. That's what
Yeah.
I would do.
It's easy. The hardest part with the spit is keeping the heat up, like
I
getting the
would,
fire
yeah.
lit and then just maintaining
It
it. The
just
rest
doesn't
is simple.
interest me,
Like you
man.
just leave it on there.
Like I'd rather
Yeah.
other people do it for me.
Eat.
Like
I'd just rather eat what other people cook.
They
yeah,
slave
like
for
pay
six,
for it.
7
Like
hours maintaining the meat the whole time, and you just chill out and have beers and,
I'm more of
just,
a consumer. I'm a consumer.
yeah. Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
pay. I'd
I
pay
mean,
someone a
I'm
little bit extra to do
like
that. Go
I
to a
get it.
restaurant or something.
I get a really big kick out of when I cook something like that and everyone's just like, you're feeding your mates or whatever, and then they're just tucking in for a good 2, 3 minutes and no one's saying anything because the
Oh
food's
yeah,
that good. And
that's
they're
good.
just
The
sitting there just
silence,
like,
yeah. Just the
like when you're kids, when you're at Macca's just munching down on cheeseburgers and stuff, and you're just like, "Nom, nom, nom, nom." Like, when like grown adults are doing that, I'm just like,
I love the
yeah,
sound effects.
I've done a good job. Yeah, well, yeah.
Nom 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 nom.
As soon as COVID started and everything, and we weren't like, able to go out or whatever, that's like the hobby that I picked up, and like every 2 weeks at least I'd be slow cooking a pork roast or something, or trying different things and how to using the oven on low or putting it in the slow cooker or putting it in the barbie, and yeah, just experimenting. So
I just like when I cook for myself, like I put together like things that I know people would think are just like disgusting and wouldn't have. Like
Talk us through it. Talk us through
so
one.
the other day I'm thinking I do a lot of like I had some tortillas. Basically made like an enchilada. I just started frying it. I've chucked on we had like sweet chili tuna, just chucked it on there. I cooked an egg and chucked it on there. I also had like refried beans, and just like cheesed it up and like chucked in like a bunch of barbecue sauce on top. And I'm like, I know like it's nothing.
It's
It's nothing
random as
gourmet.
fuck.
Yeah, it's just like random crap. I don't really care how. Like I know how
It's
all
just
these
what's in
things
the fridge.
taste, and I know how like good like a nice deliberate meal is. But like I love just chucking things together. Like and they taste. The taste
My
is like secondary, you know.
Yeah, my go-to lunch is literally get some tortillas, get some lettuce, get some red onion, get some aioli, and I'll go and buy like marinated pork steaks. There's these like from Coles. There's these like smoky barbecue rub ones. they're so good. And then I like cook up the steaks, and then I do, that TikTok trend from a while back where you cut the tortilla and then you like fold them over.
Yeah, in the fork.
Oh, so good, man. And then you toast it up. Yeah. Oh, I live for that shit. I have it all the time. Paige is so
Yeah.
sick of me, like always wanting it for lunch.
I
Do
remember
it always.
I remember finding that trend. I was like showing like all the
Yeah,
group
you were the one that
chats I'm
showed
in.
us.
Yeah, I'm like, do this. Me and
Delicious.
Tia did it tonight, but the first time I had it, we put like cheese, and then like I think we put too much cheese in there, and the meat that we cooked, it was just minced meat, but it was like too oily. And then when you put it all together, we just put it out, and like oil was just dripping down your hands and stuff. It
Oh,
was,
no.
yeah.
Nah, no, mine, yeah.
uh,
No, I live for it. It's so good having it toasted and like crunchy.
And you only need like
Yes.
one, it's so filling. Whereas if you make like a wrap and just a normal wrap like that, you could probably have two easy, maybe three. But one of
Yeah.
these together, there's just, I don't know, for some reason.
Yeah, I
fills me up
tend to
quick.
have two, but I very much struggle to eat the second one.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
really struggle. Like I could live off one, but like the meat's there and no one else is gonna eat it, so it's like I'll just have it. Fine. Take one for the team.
So, Aaron, all this delicious, hungry, foodie, slow cooking kilograms and kilograms of meat. How's your diet going, my friend?
I knew where that was going straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going all right. We're about like, I don't know, 4 days into counting calories. I've been on goal. So in the past, when I count calories, I'm like, all right, I want to lose weight, but I want to do it as fast as I can. I want to lose, a lot. This time
wanna
I'm
cut.
like, and basically I've never been able to commit to it. I committed one time for like a month, and I trimmed down a little bit, like to the point where like other people were like, "Oh, you look slimmer," like, which was good. But then like for whatever reason, like I stopped and I fell off. But this time around, I'm going for like the slower approach, and I've got like 500 calories left today to eat. And, like I'm not gonna eat them because I'm not hungry. I don't know if like I've been accurately counting them today, but it's just way more sustainable when you only do like 500 calorie deficit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Do you have,
it's
do you
going
have
good.
that app where you just scan the barcode of the product that you're eating?
Yeah, I have my
Yeah.
fitness
Yeah.
pal. I've had that for
Cool.
like, I don't know, 8 years or something. I've got like a little count on it, and like it shows like it's all my weights that I've logged in from like, 6 years ago. So I
Nice.
can have a look back, and yeah, it's good. It's
It's like
going
going
good.
through your Facebook memories kind of thing.
Pretty
And
much,
like
yeah.
all the
It
statuses
actually
that you
has.
used to make when you were 14, but like your weights and like goals and stuff.
Yeah. So the reason I'm doing it is because I've been hitting the gym. I feel like I've put on some muscle. Like, I mean, I'm not really muscly or anything, but I I then proceeded to shave my chest and my
Sweet.
stomach. Just because like I don't know, I wanted to see what it looked like. And then I recorded myself like a video in my bathroom and me just like chucking some poses up, like turning around, like getting a look at what's going on. And then I looked
Yeah,
back at
just
it and
there
I'm
it is.
like, oh, what's that? Like what's that jiggly bit? And I was like, all right, I'm gonna get rid of some of it, hopefully. So I did that like 6 days ago, and we're about, yeah, as I said, like 4 days into it, going pretty strong. Yeah.
So
I couldn't do
4
that.
months
If I
from
shaved
now.
my chest and belly, I'd look like a bloody newborn baby.
Nice soft like um so 4 months from now you're gonna make one of those banging TikToks where it's like got that dun, dun, dun,
I
dun,
don't think I
that music
can.
where it transforms.
I won't have
Like,
like
you're
enough
super
muscle,
cut and like,
but I'll
yeah,
see. I'll try and see how it looks. I don't know.
yeah.
I'm thinking April, like up to my birthday. That seems like a good spot to like see where we are. What's that, like another 2 months? So should be down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You find yourself really hungry doing it, or like you're
No, man,
managing?
like I
I need to get on
what I
something
need
like
to
that.
so I before, when I did like kind of the crash one where I was like, all right, like gonna eat 1,600 calories a day, which is like 1,000 calories less than what I need or so. That I was really hungry then. It was a struggle, but I did get it done like a bit, and I did see results. This time around, we're not doing it as harsh, and we're I'm sitting pretty. Like it's not hard or anything. The real benefit for me is actually taking the time to track what I'm taking in, like my drinks and my food, because if I don't do that, I'll just go over. Like I'll just go back to the cupboard, like eat something. Oh, the Bicky. Look at the Bicky barrel. Might raid the Bicky barrel. Chuck my hand in. Oh, a couple of Anzac biscuits. Oh,
Another
I'm gonna have another Milo. I got to
Yeah.
dip. I got something. I need something to dip the biscuits in. So make another Milo. Chuck in like an extra scoop because I'm not tracking it. It's alright. It's just another scoop. Which Milo is pretty. Milo is like half of my calories for the day. It's like it's not half, but
It'd be
it's
close.
more than you think. Like because
Yeah.
coffee, there's no calories in
Coffee,
coffee.
man.
Sugar,
Yeah, but the milk, sugar in the milk.
yeah, the sugar. There's a little bit. Milk has more, but the Milo has the most. Like a spoonful of Milo
Yeah.
has the most calories in it. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to be like conscious. I'm not tracking like what you are and like sticking to a strict schedule and all that sort of stuff.
Mm.
But I find that if I did, I'd be looking back at what I ate and I'd be like, why do you have 3 Lindt chocolates when you got home today, Phil? Like, like, and then I just like I'd start like shaming myself, whereas
Yeah.
because I'm not
That's what you
tracking it,
need,
I'm not
man.
noticing. I know, but like, I don't need that, you know. That's just like a guilty pleasure that I had today.
No,
Yeah.
but the
Now
thing
I'm
is,
like,
you
See,
track it and then you go, okay, that's a cost. It's a cost, and I have to pay for it because I'm not going to be able to, have in my case, a Milo later or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
see,
So what's
I'm
your?
not oh, sorry.
Yeah. Go on, you're good.
I'm not one to come home and snack. Like I've never really been a snacker. I'll just eat like I just find myself in bad eating habits. Like
Like late at night and stuff.
yeah, we just find it hard sometimes with both of us doing shift work to cook. So then we'll go and get takeaway a
Oh
couple
yeah,
of times a week, and like working at Macca's as well. I eat a lot of Macca's, um, or yeah, it's more like that. I don't come home and eat chocolates or a packet of chips or anything. I just don't do that. When I was younger, I used to get hungry late at night and just go and get like a kebab at like 10 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock at night. I don't really do that either because I've got Eliza, so I don't go out. But I just eat shit day to day. Like I don't. Yeah, it's just 2 meals basically. I have lunch and I have dinner, but both of them are just bad, and that's probably more so my problem than having snacks throughout the day. I just need to eat healthier foods is probably the big one for me. Which we're trying to at times. We do HelloFresh every now and then, which is good, but
that's
it's like
good.
staying in the routine and like having the energy for us sometimes just to cook is really hard too. So we're just trying to do better.
It's a struggle, man. It's a struggle. We've done like
Yeah.
the HelloFresh, done a bit of that. It's good. Like I think we've made some of the recipes like a few times after we got it, which is good.
Yeah.
It's just yeah, I mean, it's so much easier, just to order some food that you love.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Soph's real good. She cooks a lot. But yeah, not all the time. We can't do it all the time, and we give in.
Yeah, we did HelloFresh for like 9 months straight, Tia and myself, when we were renting,
Oh,
and it yeah, we got to a point where like we're so over this now. Um,
9 months
but we
seems like a lot.
kept yeah, that's like five. I think we did 4 meals a week or something. So it was like 6 to 9 months. I think we stopped and
Yeah.
then did it again or whatever. But literally 4 meals a week for like 6 months, and then we had all the recipes, and it was just like if we had a rating scale after we had it, and we're like, is this in the good pile or the bad pile? And we're like, and then we'd discuss it and we'd be like, no, it's in the good pile. And now we've got like a full-on recipe book of just Hello Fresh stuff.
Yeah.
And then like the bad pile got thrown out a long time ago. But with
I
every
think
now and then when we feel adventurous, we'll go through that book and we'll go get the supermarket and get the recipes and cook up
more
something.
often than not, the meals in there are pretty good. Like if you pick something that you like the look of and you like the sound of it, I think it's good. What I find sometimes though is like, and not this is probably twice out of the, we've probably done it for 35 weeks overall. But probably not that much. But we did it for a while when it was just me and Paige living it out of home. Sometimes there's just not enough options on there that you want. Like they just don't appeal to me.
Yeah, you do it enough and it's the same things.
Oh no, it's just stuff that I'm like, I wouldn't eat that, you know.
Okay.
Not often. I reckon, like I said, like twice probably, where I've said there's not 5 meals on this list that I want to eat. Like, give us something better. But normally, like this, like the burgers they do, and the crumbed chicken and the schnitzels and the stir fries and stuff like that. Normally, they're really really good. So I don't know. It's not super expensive. It's good. It's just if you buy it and then you come home from work and you're too tired, then that was the issue that we would have at times. We'd both work all day, come home, be buggered, get Eliza from childcare, and it's like you just don't have the energy to cook, but you've got these 5 meals you've paid for. So we're just throwing stuff out at times.
Yeah.
And I
Mm.
guess that was what made it hard. But
But I
Paige
found
is out of Macca's next week, so that will make a difference.
that's good. I found the ones that I wasn't too interested in were like, I will try it anyway because I was just curious. And they're the ones that I normally liked because I would never cook it for myself.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe I just.
For me, it was more so stuff that I'm like I wouldn't eat, like tuna or yeah, I don't know,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
There was one meal that I still remember from HelloFresh that sticks with me and very likely will make a comeback when I'm cooking, whenever that comes. The halloumi burger, the halloumi cheese. Because
Yeah.
did you have
I
that?
remember that. Yeah.
Dude.
Good.
Because like we
Good.
weren't eating meat at the time, we're having some fish. But it's like a burger and it's just like a cheese patty that you fry up. It is so good. Like I was like mind blown how good it was. But
Did you ever have halloumi before that?
no.
I don't like
No.
halloumi. We did it when McDonald's did the make your own burgers.
Oh
Halloumi
really?
was like a beef alternative that you could do. Do you remember back then when we used
I
to do
remember
that?
doing
CYT.
that, but I never remember that option.
CYT, yeah. Yeah,
You never
halloumi
told
was
me
an
about it.
option. And I didn't like it, so I never did it. But they did a like a crumbed chicken schnitzel burger one time with like chips and fuck man, so good. The burgers are always good actually from HelloFresh. They're always good and they're so good for you. Well, so much better
And they
for
got
you
all
than
the
like other
nutritional
burgers.
information right there as well, and like
Yeah, man,
portion
they're
size
grouse.
or ingredient list. It's good. It's really good for new people new to cooking. So like younger
Yeah.
adults and stuff. Like it just gives you like the foundation of cooking. You can like switch out ingredients if you wanted to. You can experiment, but it's good. And we're not sponsored, by the way. This is not sponsored.
Yeah, yeah, we're just talking about HelloFresh. It's just good because you don't have to go shopping as well. Like it's all just on your door.
There,
That's what
yeah.
I liked as well. And you
Yeah.
don't
Or you,
like you said, you go to the shops and you buy the wrong ingredients, or you buy
Yeah.
too much of something, or you forget something, so then you go running back. It's all just there, other than like oil and butter and stuff. Like it's efficient would be
And
the term.
all you need to buy for the rest of your week is just like, some like
Solos.
solos, like your breakfast, also solos and wheat bix, and then
Yeah.
and then like your fruits, your milk, your bread, your fucking lunches that you need for work, and that's it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Just on the Wheat Bix and Solos, I gotta be honest, that was
horrendous.
Oh,
that was hard to do.
Yeah.
That was really hard to do. I
could
sped up
tell.
the video so you can't see, but I'm like beforehand I'm like putting my hands in my head, and as I'm eating it, I'm like looking away. It wasn't awful. Like it wasn't even that it tasted really bad. It was more so like the texture of wheat bix like breaking up in your mouth while you've got the solo. It was
The sweet
do you
taste.
it
think
was
that
it
would
was
not go
something
together for
something
sure?
really different. Yeah, it was something different earlier. I gotta be honest.
How many do you do?
I always
Yeah.
did 5 or 7.
Yeah, I made sure I did
That's
one.
too much.
I
That's too
made
much.
sure I only did one.
Yeah, well, Brett Lee did 7, so I had to.
Yeah,
like,
Brett Lee did
to
do
copy
7.
him.
Did he though? He was a professional
Yeah.
athlete. Was he actually just having wheat bix?
Yeah,
was he
That's
though?
what
the
the ad
ad
says,
says
man.
that. That's what the ad says, and I'm believing it my whole life. Okay, because I was a little kid and he was my hero. And I always try to bowl really quick, but I was terrible at bowling.
This like breaking news article comes out in 12 months from now, and it's like Brett Lee actually had 2 wheat bix every morning.
Yeah, with
Every kid's
almond milk
childhood's
and fruit.
ruined.
Actually,
And
not bad
slice of
almond milk.
avocado. Not a fan. Don't like
Not a
almond
fan?
milk.
Avocado.
No, I don't
Yeah.
mind it.
Does he avocado?
Almond milk.
Mhm.
Almond milk. I thought you said avocado.
I said avocado. Phil said almond milk.
Yeah,
Almond milk. The milk alternatives, I tried them because I went a little like vegan experiment, see what's like up. Obviously, you can't have milk if you're a vegan. I found that rice milk uh, vibed with me the best.
Really? I
Almond
don't like
milk.
rice milk.
Almond milk had like the best flavor, but rice was like the closest to normal milk for
Milk.
me.
I
Yeah.
enjoy
I'm
Bon
just not
soy
big on
milk.
milk alternatives.
Oh, soy
I
milk.
quite just like
Wait,
just
No,
full cream
no.
or skim milk.
Have you tried Bon soy milk?
no.
It's literally like $5 for like a liter. It's super expensive, but
That's why I haven't tried it.
it's
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a
For
no-go.
like thingy, that's the one that I was like, that's the one that agreed with me.
I just like normal milk. I'm not lactose intolerant or anything, so
I
I'll
think
just
I am.
drink normal milk.
Like if I have a thick shake, man, the toilet straight away. It's so good, but like nah. I reckon solid things that have dairy in them. So cheese, ice cream. Ice cream's not as solid, but like, do you know what I mean? I'm okay with
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
But if I have liquid like milk or coffee or like something like that, like I don't know, or coffee is in milk. But yeah, I'm just no good running straight through me.
Age was like lactose intolerant, and like now she's sort of not. Like it's weird. She sort of, I don't know, outdeveloped it. I suppose. I don't know. It's weird.
You build up a tolerance to it.
Maybe,
But
I
yeah.
guess so. She
yeah.
still drank like 4 coffees a day and just put up with the stomach pain. So unless she's just like the pain's just whatever now, it's just permanent. So she doesn't know any better.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's supposed to hurt, but she's so used to it.
yeah, it's just normal now. That's normality.
I want to I want to
Okay.
nerd out on you guys a little bit.
Yes, nerd
I
on
just
me.
want to ask you guys. So this is gonna be Halo talk. Do you guys know what Forge mode is for Halo?
Yes, of course I do. We've played it together. I do.
If you explain it to me, I'll get
Forge
it.
mode is basically a map editor where you can fly around and just change the maps.
Creative mode of Halo.
Ah,
I
yeah,
guess.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. And then people just make their own mods and stuff to the map.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Halo Infinite didn't launch with Forge, which is like a disappointment. But
The community like just fucking makes it so much better. Or
oh yeah, like it's just so basically your community then makes the maps for you. So like you don't have to, develop map really. Like you don't have to put in as much effort, and just the content of the game is expanded upon. With little effort from the developers, but they didn't get it done in time. They wanted to like hold it back. It's coming out in like a few months apparently. But there's been leaks of it for Halo Infinite, and the leaks of it is like kind of mind blowing for Halo. Like so, Halo has right now it has like 8 or 9 maps. And the leak showed that one of the maps completely changed like the biome of it. So it's a forest map, but now like in this Forge mode, it was completely like snowed over. Like the ground was covered in snow, and all the trees had like, covered in snow, and like there was also like a nighttime dark in variant of a different map, and I was like, I'm sitting there like, yo, this could be the thing that like gets people back into Halo, because Halo's like dying down now, and I don't know. I just want some revival into it. What did we used to forge, James? We used to mess around in Halo 3, was it?
Yeah, we used to always move like explosive barrels and shit, and just make maps, and then we just fight
Where?
them. Like what? No,
Whose house were
what
we
we
at?
would do was it was
Oh,
definitely at your house, or you'd bring Halo to mine, and we'd be on like an open plain, and we'd make our own bases. So we'd have a base or like a fort, and then
mhm.
we'd fight off like fight to the death.
you
That
when you were talking about like how they put like snow and like a dark feature to the map,
Yeah,
and like I'm sure like whatever you watched and stuff that like it looks cool
yeah,
and everything. But as soon as you said that, my brain just went straight to like how back in the good old days when COD was the mega huge game
yeah,
and Infinity Ward would always make those eye-popping maps with the colors and everything. And then Treyarch would come in dark, snow, can't see around
yeah. Just
corners and
like
stuff.
drab, like
There's like, yeah,
grayscale.
like as soon as you said that, that's my brain went
you
to.
don't
And I'm
think
just
that
like
that's the
thinking
other
that,
way around? I would have thought that the Black Ops
no,
maps would
man,
be more
Black Ops
colorful
1.
than
Black Ops
Best
1,
COD, by the
like
way.
Modern Warfare 2 to Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1 was all like jungle, dark, snow maps, no color
Black
whatsoever.
Ops 2 is extremely colourful.
Yeah, and then they learnt their lesson in Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
World at
Very
War,
good maps
Black
in
Ops
Black Ops
1,
though.
very dreary.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 2, very colourful, and they kind of kept that going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
soon-
imagine,
that's where
imagine
my
like
brain
That
went to.
firing range, man.
this is like, I think they've done it with like COD maps, right? So just like imagine, what's your favorite COD map? What's the first COD map that comes to your mind?
Firing
Raid.
range.
Firing range.
Oh yeah,
Wait, what?
raid, yeah.
Raid,
Yeah,
slums,
raid actually.
What's Raid? Is
Yeah,
that Black Ops 2?
playing hardpoint.
Black Ops 2.
Black Ops
Yeah.
2
Is the
and
It's the
street?
one
Black
with
Ops.
the
The street?
yeah, it's one with the house, and you've got on where the B dom is. You got like
The
it looks like a
fountain on the
roundabout
right.
kind of thing. It's
Yeah,
got the red
yeah, I know,
things. You
I
got the
know.
basketball court. Yeah.
And then like at the back of the map, like in one of the spawns, it's like the car garage.
But imagine having a map editor in
Black Ops
Black Ops
Cold War as
2.
well.
Yeah.
Mm.
And like just having an effect that like puts snow all over the map. Like it's just been snowing, a blizzard for like 2 days. That's what it looked like to me, and like I'm just super excited for it. I just wanted to bring that up, man. I'm gonna be.
Well, COD
I'll
did
get
that a
on my
little bit.
mind.
They do like day and night versions of maps for some of them. Not a lot.
I think they started like Modern Warfare 19. Oh, 2019, yeah. That's the first time I saw it. I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, they had
the
some
night
features
vision.
for like Christmas and stuff that
No,
changed.
like it wouldn't change. They literally made the same map and it'd be in the
Yeah.
playlist twice, and one was day and one
Okay,
was
yeah,
night.
it was night,
That was
yeah.
in. No, I reckon that was in like
Black
Modern
Ops
Warfare
3.
3 or Black Ops 3 or something. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe a bit later.
Yeah, I can't remember, but it was it was just it wasn't like a randomizer on it or anything. It would just have there was blah blah day and blah blah, and then there was blah blah night, and it was the same map. But
I
it
don't
wasn't like
remember
a
that map.
customizable thing.
I don't really remember
Nah, it
that
was a
one.
thing.
Blah blah.
It
No, I
was a
don't
thing.
remember it.
Blah blah.
Yeah.
Man, iconic. How could you forget?
It was a 3
I don't
lane.
even remember the name. It was almost definitely a 3 lane. It was a Call of Duty map. But 3 lane maps were the best.
Yeah, it just they just played well.
I'm trying to think of the Modern Warfare 3 map
All right, tell me, I'll get it straight away.
in like
Bootleg.
no.
Yemen.
No, it's set in like the Middle East. You know,
No, that's
Yeah,
Black Ops
man.
2. That's Black
Yeah,
Ops
That was
2.
Black Ops 2.
it's no, I know. What I'm saying is yeah,
Middle
it was
East.
in like the
Was it
Middle
like
East.
favela style looking?
Yeah, it was like a favela. But
Did it have the
obviously wasn't
hill
called
like
favela.
that goes to the middle with like the
A-Town.
broken buildings?
Seatown.
At the back there was the like the well you could go through.
Seatown.
Yeah, I think so. I think I got my first mob on that map.
There
I
was
used
a
to love
nade
getting
spot on
specialist.
that.
I used to love getting specialists on that map because when you'd go down into the market and you could strafe around with Stalker Pro, you were just fucking invincible.
And
Seatown
there
Modern
were-
Warfare 3.
Yeah.
So this map I did on my YouTube channel back in the day.
Ooh.
I did like my Avengers 2012 review to a gameplay of that map.
Oh, dude, I'd so watch that right now. Like, if we could
I
share
was like,
that.
oh yeah,
it was
Iron
yeah, that's
Man.
the map I was thinking of.
And we
Iron
could-
Man's
we-
really cool, and the Hulk
Yeah.
is literally like that.
Can
dude.
we? I
No.
don't know if we'll be able to do that this podcast, but for the next one, can we like get old school stuff up like that, and then we can just laugh at our old antics and stuff, and then like talk over it as we're watching it? You know what I mean?
We can do something. We can do that in the future for sure. I'll take a bit of
Yeah.
setup to get like another scene going
Yeah,
and show it.
yeah, a live scene for both of us to put on. I guess
Mm.
would be the thing. But I think we can still do it through the same program we're using at the moment.
And then we all just
Yeah,
go
yeah.
like 3, 2, 1, hit play kind of thing, and then we can all.
No,
like,
you could just
watch
have
together.
like one of us could have it as a browser source, and then you can just play it
okay.
like that.
Yeah. Because
So I
yeah,
don't think
I
it's
want to
too
like
hard.
I want to watch stuff and review things together, and we can all like react on the potty, and like, what do you think of that? Oh, look at that guy in the corner. Huh? What is he doing over there? Like, yeah, and then
We got some stuff to react to. Like you got your old YouTube antics, my old YouTube
Yeah.
antics, his old
Oh my
YouTube antics.
God,
Oh,
I've
man.
left some of
Mine's
that
the
up there because it's
worst.
hilarious, and it's not
Mine is
hilarious for me.
terrible.
It's hilarious for everyone else, and I think if there's someone else is laughing, then you've done an okay
That's
job.
the spirit.
That is the spirit.
Even if it wasn't your
Um,
intention.
I thought it was going to go viral. I was going to become this vlogger YouTuber.
I
You
remember
hang
that.
upside down on your swings.
Yeah. And I'd
I
say
remember
hi
the
to my
bird.
cat
I
every
remember the
video.
bird in your
And the
chimney.
pigeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pigeon and the fireplace. Yeah. What I call him, Kev or something. It's like full on holding the bird in my hand.
Sounds
He
right.
just didn't want to yeah. That's good. I thought it would be a good idea. My cat was drinking water out of the kitchen sink, and I thought it'd be a good idea just to record her drinking water. I'm like, be
That's
Out of
fast.
the
gold,
tap.
bro.
My cat does it out of the tap.
Yeah, it's like leaking the water, so that
Yeah.
like the head's like here, my mic, and the water's like there, and the cat's just sitting there, just can't.
Yeah, my cat froths that shit.
Yeah.
It's the freshest thing for them. Do we have any controversial topics?
I did have one, but I don't know if you guys want to talk about it or not. I didn't really do extensive research into it, but I just thought like I want to base my opinion. If you want to
Yeah.
go there.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Were you listening, Aaron, or were you gone by this stage yesterday?
I saw like it was some prison talk or something. Was that it?
Yeah. No, basically, I don't know. I've heard a couple people say this, not just in Australia, like other countries and opinions and whatever. But not trying, just the thought of bringing back the idea of capital punishment for extreme cases. So for super, people that go out of their way just to kill people, like serial murderers or like really aggressive sex offenders, like
Just like
people
scum.
that just absolute scum of the earth. You know what I mean? And for those people, I think that it's a blessing that the system doesn't just kill them and get rid of them straight away. That they get to live a life in prison. I think if they're gonna ruin some other people's life, in my opinion, I think they can just go and get fucked and see you later. So,
I think for
but
that, first of all, I don't know where I stand because part of me says like, yeah, that's completely reasonable, but then there's like other variables. I think that for that to happen, like it has to be 100% immutable evidence, which I'm sure like you'd agree on.
yeah,
But there's definitely been wrongful convictions in the world,
Oh, yeah, there's heaps.
so like
Heaps.
that would be a travesty if that was
that's
happening.
what I mean. It has to be this person 100% did it. These on video with the gun going bang, bang,
Yeah,
bang, killing a whole bunch of people in a crowd. Like,
Yeah, I just feel like that's not a really common occurrence here. Like, one, we don't really have a lot of shootings, and if we do, it's not there. Like, it's not mass shootings or anything here. Like, it's just murders,
no, we don't have
and
guns.
so
Yeah,
yeah, we don't get that irrefutable evidence on stuff like that. What I said to Phil yesterday, because Phil said that, um, like you also said that you thought it would deter people from committing crimes, whereas like I don't know, these people they're sick. There's something wrong with them, and they're just messed up. Like I don't think the fear of being killed is
no.
gonna prevent it. So like as a preventative measure, I don't see it. I'm not like I don't know. From what I said yesterday, I probably stand against it. I'm not so much against capital punishment. I just feel like it's an easy way out.
you feel
Like
like
they don't.
the 1 in 20 times where that person's actually wrongly convicted,
No,
then
no,
it's not worth.
no,
No,
no.
right.
I just think that dying's a really easy way out. They don't have to live with themselves. They don't have to suffer. I think that potentially, like I know that prison can be really rough, and in some instances, prison can be really cruisy for people. I think people that have really, really, really um, like laundering money or trading inside information in stocks is very different than murdering someone, right? Like they shouldn't go to prison and be trapped in solitary and get beaten up every day or whatever. Like they've just made a mistake. They probably learn from that. I think that maybe the prison conditions for people with the more serious crimes just maybe needs to be a little bit reviewed and they actually suffer. Um, I don't know. I just feel like if you die, like that's the end of it.
That's an easy
Like
way
you
out.
just
Is like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it is. And I feel like at times families, like I think if you go and look at history of families who have had their family member killed and then this person's been sentenced to death, you'd find some that would be really relieved and like, yeah, that's justice, and then others would be like, oh, that's a cop out now. He doesn't have to live with it. He doesn't have to suffer. So it's a hard one. I can see the merit to it. I don't know. I would rather see
Pretty
them
like for
suffer
me,
in
it's
prison
really
for
on
the
the
next 60
fence,
years, getting
man.
shanked every second week, and that's really awful. But I don't know. Yeah, there's no suffering when you're dead. You know.
I don't know when.
But you're dead though.
Who knows what
Yeah, but
happens?
you don't know that. Yeah, you don't know that anymore. You're dead.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. It's a interesting one. And like I said, I just don't think it would deter anyone. And yeah, it would be awful to sentence the wrong person to death because obviously we make mistakes all the time. Um, I don't think there's any. I don't think any of us can say that the judicial system is flawless or even reliable. Probably. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
they would get a lot wrong. Especially yeah, like with
I,
juries and stuff. Like I
yeah.
know that juries potentially are fairer, but I think it probably leaves you more open to getting it wrong too.
I'm just sort of over like, although I don't think this would justify that sentence, but people who do the wrong thing and then play the mental health card to try and get a lesser sentence.
Yeah, but you're not
When, in
sentencing
all
them to death
insane,
anyway.
but what happens is yeah, I know, but just the justice system, they see that and then they go, oh, they've got the mental health card. Let's reduce their sentence, or no, not
Yeah,
reduce, but like have, if they're good behavior, or they might go to a what's it, like an asylum instead of prison or something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
But like, to me, thinking about that, it's like I don't want someone with mental health problems who's
like
going to attack
anxiety and all this.
children or like families and stuff out in
Yeah,
society. Do you know what I mean? Like, why
no,
is
I
that
100% agree.
okay? But someone who's just gone, nah, like, let's say a husband's had enough of his wife and just gone, bang, see you later. Like, but
Yeah,
and
no,
then and then
I
and
get
then
that.
he's honest about it and goes, "No, we had, I was sick of living with her. She ruining all this and stuff in my life, and I've had enough of it. I just thought the only way out was to kill her because he's not right, but he's not playing that card. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it. I think the only thing with that is the person that plays the mental health card is never being sentenced to death. So
Yeah, no, 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 no. I don't
it's
think.
not
I don't think.
changing that.
Yeah, I don't think that would be. But like,
You'd
I
almost
don't know.
find more people might
Yeah.
plead insanity.
Like someone can people smuggle in like cigarettes and stuff and drugs and stuff into the country, and they get like 10, 15, 20 years. Someone kills their like stepdaughter or something like that in the family because they have drug issues or mental health card or whatever, and get 8 years, 7 years.
Yeah, I think that's a
Like, and that's
entirely different
plenty of
conversation
cases.
altogether, though, right?
Yeah, I know, but I'm just fed up with the whole system. I'd rather
Yeah,
just
no,
fucking
I
criminals that
100%
deserve
agree.
it. Them off. Just get them out.
No, I agree, man. I'm with you.
Yeah.
The thing I would use back to my first point about suffering in prison is worse. Is you only have to look at how many people kill themselves in prison or kill themselves knowing they're going to prison. Like Jeffrey Epstein's the really obvious example. Of course, that's if he is dead. Like I don't know, like believe what you want
Or
to
if he
believe,
actually
and
did kill
conspiracies
himself.
and stuff. Yeah, yeah, and if he did, but he wouldn't be the only person that knows they're going to prison for life and has killed themselves. You know what I mean? Because they know what it's going to be like for them in there, and I guess probably child predators especially would cop it particularly hard. That no pun
Oh yeah,
intended.
they don't like them. They don't like them in there.
Yeah,
But
yeah, they
did
get
you
on
know
board.
that not like just regular sex offenders, people that assault like adults, they don't get treated any different in prison?
Hmm?
Yeah, it's
Normal.
child
Yeah,
sex offenders.
yeah. So it's normal sex offenders, they just yeah.
I've
There's
heard
no
that they
like
do
Oh, look, they're not
some stories, but
the
yeah.
prisoners are not the experts on moral high ground, to be honest.
No, yeah, let's be
You can
honest.
see
Yeah,
they
yeah,
draw a line. The line's not necessarily in the right place.
yeah.
It's still pretty far past where an average
So
human being's line would be.
it's sort of like our conversation is the prison guards and officers and the people who control that system. They treat every prisoner as the same. Whereas the actual prisoners are the ones who distinguish between who are the
Yeah.
bad people. You know what I mean? Inside there. And I reckon it
Yeah,
needs
well, I
to
think
change
you
where,
just
yeah,
yeah.
where who are like the actual people who have, more serious crimes should be, is what we're talking about,
Well, I guess there is minsec, maxsec, solitary confinement to that extent.
I think the
Yeah.
system's probably like our system's probably not too bad, but I don't think.
Oh yeah, ours is better than
I think
a lot of the world.
I think if as long as it's like, I know it costs money to keep people in prison, and like it'd be kind of just like cheaper to kill them if like they did a certain thing, but I think it's the right call, like not having the death penalty for sure. I think that's where I'm landing on it, but like I could totally do it. Like I could totally.
You could understand,
Oh yeah.
like if it was brought back. Yeah.
I just think you can't do it. There's too many things that could go wrong, and yeah,
Yeah.
who are you to like say whether someone gets to live or die at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Are you that
Well,
much better than them if they were a murderer? And
but
like,
what
who
if
knows?
they took 20 people's lives at a concert?
Exactly. But
Then they decided those lives were dead that day.
hmm but like, do you get
I
to
know you can go
decide
back and
that
forward for
it's tough?
like,
It's real tough.
Yeah.
I think
Oh
prison's a
yeah,
good system, mostly.
it's good when it's right. I mean, it's definitely flawed, but I mean, you can't get everything right. I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I've never been.
Like, I feel like
I've never been, to be honest.
I know
So
I know a few people who work at prisons.
yeah.
I know a
Page's
mate who
brother's a
works in a
prison guard,
bakery in a
so-
prison.
In a bakery in a prison.
Yeah, he's like got a bakery job, and like he gets the prisoners help bake, like they have the jobs or whatever, and he kind
He
of
works
oversees
with
them.
prisoners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Pretty
actually it's the
crazy.
prison closest to us.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's interesting hearing his stories.
Dude, I would not be comfortable with that job.
It seems like it always sounds like sketchy to me,
They
but
don't put really, really dangerous people in those
Yeah,
situations.
but
Like, you're not
just-
putting
yeah.
murderers on like working
Yeah,
in prison.
yeah.
It's people they're trying to rehabilitate.
yeah.
A little bit different. Like I said, Paige's brother is a prison guard, so
Mm.
I don't know. From what I've heard, they seem fairly comfortable in, some of the people that they deal with. Some of them apparently are really nice people who have just made a mistake, like insider trading and, desperate and robbing
Tax
to
fraud.
like feed your family and stuff like that, or yeah, laundering money, stuff like that. I feel like you can make a mistake like that. It's a bit different than killing someone or raping or whatever. So
Yeah.
they're the sort of people that I guess get into those jobs and they're looking to rehabilitate them.
I don't envy anyone who works in the police force, ambulance, firefighters, like all that sort of stuff, prison officers, anyone who's got to deal with danger as a normal job. Like
Yeah, I got a lot
get
of
like
respect for them.
yeah, I don't know how they do it. I couldn't do it personally. I remember when I signed up to I put like my resume out to do my to roadworks job. And at the same time I did like the police exam and I like passed that exam and everything. And then but that's like a 9-month process. And so like the day I got like my email back to say that I passed the exam, you know, do this to go to the next step. It was like the day after I got the roadworks job, and I just never continued on with it because I'm like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go do this. This is what I can work on do now. But the stories that you hear from friends and everything and officers and my old footy coach is a detective in the homicide squad and stuff that he goes through, like it's just it's insane. And that's why they deserve so much leave a year. I think it's like they
Oh
get
yeah.
12 weeks leave a year, prison officer, not prison officers,
Is that even
police
enough?
officers. Yeah,
Isn't that just like double what we get? We get
no,
like
you get
Triple what I get.
2 weeks annual leave, I think.
I
isn't
get
it?
4 weeks. I get 4
Yeah,
weeks.
something like that. And then with your sick
think
leave
most
and
people get
everything
4.
on, you get like a
4.
month. But
Okay.
and then if anything happens, you get more. Like, speaking of leave, remember you were telling us about that job you were applying for, James?
Yeah, nah, nothing yet. It's
Nothing yet?
it's a slow burn.
Yeah.
Their process is really thorough, so they said fairly early that it'll take a couple months to hear
Go
back.
through.
Couple of months,
Do you want
jeez.
to elaborate on what it
My
was?
boss knows
Or-
I've train driver.
Yeah.
It's good money. Obviously, it can put you in some pretty stressful situations, but I don't know. I'd be pretty
Choo-choo.
keen to do it. I think it's sort of it yeah, it would be enjoyable. The money's really good. The hours bring a lot of flexibility.
And you get to speak over like the PA to everyone. And you
Paige
could
was talking to me
like,
about
can
that
you
the
do
other
it?
day.
Can
She's
you
like,
do it clearly, please? Like, can you just speak clearly and not like, Jesus.
Or we're now stepping into Southern Cross. Southern Cross is the next stop. Thank you. If you're looking to go to Geelong, make sure you get off here and get on the metro lines.
sorry, it's actually the V line lines,
And then you
but
hit like,
regional
hey,
lines.
bah.
But
Can you take your wave 3 mic in and just, and you
yeah,
plug
No,
that in
it
so it's
won't.
clear?
quality.
No, we'll get on the train or whatever, and James will be the driver, the operator, whatever. And then all of a sudden, it's just like you hear over the microphone, the speaker, working hard to be a solo man.
This
Hi,
train
my
ride.
name's
I'll be
Yeah.
like,
PHL22, sponsored
I'll,
by Solo.
I'll be like, if you look to your right, you'll notice we are in Rockbank, as there is nothing, and I'll just make jokes the whole way.
Yeah.
I wonder, they're probably
That's
not
what Paige
allowed.
reckons.
Why?
Nah,
Have you ever
I've been
heard?
on a train before where someone does it. Yeah, to an extent. I think you can't be like offensive.
Yeah.
Oh,
Have
of
you
course
noticed it
not.
when
You can have a bit of fun with it.
the like trains will be delayed or whatever, you get a bus and the bus driver's like cracking jokes. You ever had any of them?
Nah.
Or like it'll be like a bus full of like footy supporters, and then he'll go for the team that's like won, and then it'll be the opposition team, and he like starts singing the theme song and stuff.
Yeah.
And then never got any of that.
Nah.
No, I've had a couple
Yeah.
good ones, but I used to go to the footy every week, so I suppose
Yeah.
you go every week here. You get
Well,
the
yeah,
good
that could be
stories.
me.
I could be a bus driver actually. I've got
But
my license to
my
do that.
boss knows, so he called me the other day. He's like, "What's this I hear about you leaving?" I'm like, "I'm not. Like, I've only applied for this one job, which told you guys when I came back that if the opportunity came up, that's something I'd want to do." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I know that." He's like, "I just heard that you were leaving, like as if I had a job." I'm like, "No, I don't have another job." I was like, "No." So he's pretty good about it.
Thank God for like good bosses. I remember, well, not calling my boss that I had good, but I remember when I went to Coles, like, because I worked at a Baker's Delight, I said, all right, I'm out. I'm going to Coles right next door. Apparently it's better. I went there, worked for 2 weeks. On my third day, I've said, I'm not doing this anymore. And then they had me for like, I worked out like the 2 weeks just to give them time because I'm a total ass. And then I said, basically what happened, because I needed the money. I couldn't like not have money. So I basically called up my boss 3 days after having this job. Like, can I have my job back, dude? And he's like, yeah, like he was trying to make it like a learning experience and stuff, and like getting a lecture and stuff. It's just like, oh, but he's like,
I didn't
yeah,
realize
yeah,
you
no
only
worries.
lasted
Like
2 weeks there.
we missed you or whatever. And then I just came back and he was like, I basically said like, I'm looking for a different job, but I'm working here. And then
He
I
was just
ended up
straight out
moving.
honest.
Yeah, and like
What
he's
was it
cool.
that you didn't
cool
like
about it.
about Coles?
It was, so I was just like frying donuts for the whole morning, and then I was just doing, I was like mixing doughs and cutting them out and stuff, which is basically what I was doing in Bakers Delight. But the management was like piss poor. Like this dude was called Ninja. He was
It's a supermarket
manager.
trying to be a bakery instead of a bakery running a bakery.
Yeah, and like the people I worked with were, they were just weird. There's no better way to say it. Like I worked with one lady. She was a baker. She was like the Walking Dead. Like I don't know how she was walking around baking. Still, this other guy, he was literally like, he was very weird. He was like I don't want to be mean, but he was just a loser, and like he was like 30 something, and like I got scared looking at him. Like he's working at Coles.
Bang bang! I don't want to be mean, but he's just
That's
a loser.
fine.
Like, all right, if you're watching this, I don't remember his
Absolute
name,
degenerate.
but like he was just a loser, and like he'd treat like the girls that were packing like the bread and products. he just treat him crap and like
he was superior because he was the baker. Like
he was just a knob, and I
was a
kind
flog,
of got
yeah,
scared,
flog.
and I like looked at him like, man, I do not want to be here with this dude. I'm going back. Like this is, and the pay wasn't better. The pay was pretty much the same depending on like what days I worked, which sucked. Because I was told that like the pay was just going to be like, you know,
significantly better.
like a
Yeah.
$4 or $5 increase or something like that, but it wasn't. It was $1, and then like end up getting pretty much the same money. So I went back.
Hours.
Yep.
You know what I find? No matter what job you do, in my experience, it's your co-workers that'll keep you coming back.
Oh yeah.
Like if you've got good co-workers, man, I'll clean out septic tanks. I don't care as long as the people I'm working with are fucking hilarious and like are awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
that's like
We
the
should go
job that
into
I have
business
now.
together. We should start a business.
Yeah. The job that I have now is
What do you think this is?
yeah, it's very cruisy and it's not a lot of thought process, and I like to be challenged sometimes. And I actually like to use my brain when think and do stuff. It's not just simple, straightforward work. But yeah, the people that I work with are pretty cool. So my boss is funny.
That can be a dangerous thing too. Like I think that can hold people back
You
too.
sort of like you get stagnated kind of thing.
Yeah, like work sucks, but like the people there are pretty cool, so I'll stay there instead of like maybe chasing something better.
Yeah.
That could hold you
Oh
back
no,
too.
I'm
I
kicking
say.
goals where I am now, but like,
Oh yeah, I'm not saying you. Like I'm saying me in the past for sure.
yeah, you're getting that right.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I get that.
I wanted to bring up one thing. I thought you guys were going to go on like about is it Boba Fett or Star Wars or something?
Yeah.
I mean, they're the same. They're the same umbrella, but yeah.
Yeah, like is that the series that that show that you guys
Book
watched?
of Boba Fett.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just finished.
Oh, it just finished. Okay, is that why like you went like both eager to super talk about it, and I'm just sitting here drinking, waiting for you guys to finish the topic, and I was gonna like translate into this. You know, George Lucas. He's one of his first popular movies was American Graffiti. Have you heard about that?
Yes. Yep.
Nope.
Yeah, James knows about it. Okay. Yeah, basically this he like wrote the script with two other people and trying to get budget for the film and everything to make it go ahead. And it took him like a year or two because he was like a no-name director at the time, like in the 70s or whatever it was. And he made the movie. The Universal finally said, "All right, no worries, we'll give you the budget." And it's 750K. And transformed that into $150 million that it sold at the box office.
Ooh.
And what I'm trying to get at is, what's your favorite movies that are like, or if you would know if there's a low budget or like shows that like, but it's just such a good director that's producing it, or there's a character in the show that you really enjoy. Like,
Is there really like low budget films and shows around nowadays? I don't know. Like that's
yeah, like there's a lot. Like if you go through the list, if you just fucking Google it, like there'll be so many that pop up. Like the one that popped up that really stuck out for me was the Blair Witch Project, and all that was
yeah,
like
it's just an old movie. That's
yeah, but the idea of it was just a bunch like it'd never been done before. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and then because that was the first thing to do it, and the way that they raised the film and stuff, and that's how it became super popular.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell you what was a low budget movie or TV show of anything recent. Anyway, I think if you just went back, like movies that you watched growing up that were like 10 years old and that are now like 30 or 40, they're probably all low budget.
Oh, but low budget for the time being like under $1 million because like back then high budget
Yeah.
would have been like 10, 15 million, like you know what I mean? Whereas
Yeah,
now
so
it's like
that's
endless, like Marvel movies and stuff. They've got like 100, $200 million budgets, and they know they're going to make triple that easy because it's just the fan base. And
yeah. So yeah, I don't really know if I can answer.
Oh my
that,
god,
to be honest.
I thought of like a show that I really
great.
liked. It was called
Yeah.
Firefly, and like to me, like I was like,
Oh, I know
wait,
that.
is that like low budget? Like it wasn't
know
like
Firefly.
I don't think it was great. I think they did some good stuff. I've looked it up. Firefly was reported to have cost $2 million per episode, but it was closer to 1 million. I was like, what? Oh geez, oh, I was very wrong. But I thought maybe a TV show would have
Firefly
been.
was like super popular. I think people are sort of shocked when that got cancelled. Like it wasn't really.
It was cool.
I've never heard of
It's
it.
still
What's
to
it
this
about?
day.
Nathan Fillion.
It's
There's a
it's
movie
like a
as well,
sci-fi
Serenity.
show.
It's a sci-fi space western they call it.
Yeah,
It's cool.
yeah. A lot of people really like it.
Yeah.
A good shout in my chat. Mad Max. Mad Max is a very good film, and obviously the
Yeah.
first one is
And
very low budget. Filmed in
that-
Australia. Filmed around the corner at times, actually.
I've driven on the
But,
street of one of the scenes.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't seen Mad Max.
Where the
movie.
car flipped over.
What, the old ones with Mel Gibson?
You never
Bro,
I haven't seen any. Mel,
Don't watch the third
I don't
one.
support Mel
But-
Gibson. You seen
Don't
his
watch
rant?
the third one, but watch the first two, man. First two are very, very good.
Jeez.
The third one with Tina Arena or Tina, it's terrible. It's really bad. Like really,
The third
really,
one?
really bad.
Is it like the
but watch
reboot
first
thing?
two. No. Nah, the reboot's really good too.
Okay.
But it
So
was
there's actually three Mad Max old ones.
Something Thunderdome, and it's fucking terrible. it's got
First two
still got Mel
are
Gibson in it.
awesome.
It's just really bad. But first two, yeah, super good movies.
Yeah.
Beyond Thunderdome, that's right. Beyond
think,
Thunderdome. Terrible movie.
Saw was a low budget film too.
Yeah, probably the
first
first one.
Because it's literally shot in like one bathroom. A lot of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's clever.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, I don't know. I was thinking like that got me like my thought process went from like, how can I do something with piss all money and then create something that no one's ever done before? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my brain just went working like, what can I do that's different from everyone else that no one's thinking about in this 7 billion population world, and then transform that into like, hey everyone, have a scotch and passion fruit something, and that's the best drink ever. Like, like I don't know. Brain got me
Yeah,
going.
I'm always thinking like that. Not so much about being the first of anything, just being able to create a business with a good idea and be your own boss and live the dream. I'm always thinking about
We'll get
something like that. I was
I
thinking
c-
maybe I could make a business where like
Famous size.
and I could branch out into different franchises, right? So it'd be like James's mowing, James's cleaning.
It's already been done, mate. Come on. You need to shorten it. It can't be James's. You need to shorten it a bit. What can you
Oh,
short it
Joe.
to?
Jim?
Maybe Jim?
Nah, I don't go by Jim's. It doesn't really have a good ring to it. I don't think Jim's mowing would catch
That
on.
wouldn't. Yeah, that wouldn't work.
I don't think that would get popular. That wouldn't work.
No, the grass wouldn't catch on. It'd be mulched.
But
straight
no,
away.
like in all seriousness, I'm always thinking of stuff like that. Like I would love to. You'd obviously have to save for a little bit, but take that sort of risk and try and go out, even with mates. I'd love to go into business with like you blokes or whoever, and just try something.
I'd love to work for my money, and then instead of getting a regular wage, it's you get paid by the job, and then that's your, you know what I mean? Like that's your
No. What do you mean?
that's your motivation to do the job. You know what I mean? Like so.
Yeah, because if the business
say-
doesn't succeed,
yeah.
you don't succeed. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, and that's your motivation to get up every morning
Okay,
and
yeah,
make
yeah.
yourself better. Like so many people who own their own company are just driven by work ethic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
Like-
gotta be a little bit greedy.
Exactly,
gotta-
and like what's the point of working for someone else for so long when you can, work for
Yeah,
yourself?
and then get yourself into a position where you're just sort of overseeing the business. You're just like, all right, you guys have been well taught by me, and you guys know what to do,
Yeah.
and
Treat
I'm
your workers
around if you need
happy and
anything. But yeah, and then just living the dream.
play golf
That
every
would
day.
be.
I'll be on the.
I'd love to do something
In
like
their
that. If you get an
team.
idea and you need someone else to like come and help with the books or like whatever, hit me up. I'm down for
Do
stuff.
you know how to operate excavators?
Nah, but I could
Just
learn really
come
easy.
and
I'm pretty
teach me.
smart.
Yeah,
Come teach me. I'll do it.
I will teach you.
Fucking oath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, how I got this bottle, it's a double black scotch. I'm gonna pour myself another drink right now. But how I got that was a mate of mine from the footy club needed some landscaping done in his backyard. All he needed was like he'd got a new house in an estate near us, and he just had like overgrown weeds and everything. And instead of just putting weed killer on it, he wanted to like scrape all this shit off it and then just get rid of the dirt. And then so we could just start fresh. And
Yeah.
like he's getting quotes from like people that have their own businesses or whatever, and it's like I think he got like his cheapest quote was like $800 for them to come in, get rid of the dirt and everything, and like dig it all out. But all it was scraping a section that's like literally 4 cricket pitches wide. That's how big his backyard
No.
was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's nothing. Like that's how much space it was.
Yeah.
And like I'm just like, dude, just hire like a 1.52 ton excavator. It'll cost you like $150, maybe $200 for the day, and it'll come in and it'll be done in an hour. And he had like a little trailer that I just loaded it into, and he took that to the skip and got rid of the stuff. And then like I think it cost him like $100 tip fee, $200 to pick up the excavator, and then he bought me a bottle of thing. I saved him like $400. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Nice.
and like,
And that's how
the
you-
cheapest
yeah.
quote that he's getting for like an hour's work, even though maybe 2 hours to take it to the tip and get rid of it, and those people are making $500 off it. Do you know
If
what I
you
mean?
could ever find
You
yourself
just
in a
get out and
financial
undercut
position,
it.
would you like to get your own crew? And,
Machines and stuff. Yeah, all you
Yeah.
need is a truck and a machine, and off you go.
yeah, well, you start small and give it
But,
10
yeah.
years if you're motivated and
Oh, 10
dedicated.
years, no
and
way.
just
I'll
a
have
little
like
crew.
20 machines if I started like at that time. As soon as you pay off one, you just put it to the next one, and then off
Oh
you
yeah,
go.
bloody oath, and
Yeah.
that's yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's how my brain works. Oh, I'd rather do something and then, like, hey, I baked fucking 100 loaves of bread today. How much does that cost, and how much can I get back from that? Or yeah.
Why don't we just open up a?
How much money did my Macca's store make in an hour or whatever? In my 8 hours the shift that I worked. All right, cool. I get to keep that amount of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why don't we open up a
Yeah.
portable bakery where we also landscape your garden?
Set up
So-
a little stand out there. I don't know. That is that's not a. I don't think that one will work. That one won't fly.
Thank you.
We'll landscape
But we're
your
brainstorming
garden,
it,
and
yeah?
you can get free bread.
You get the bread half price.
Yeah.
All right, boys. That is the show there, I think. We'll call it there. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for watching Danger Zone episode 8. Thank you for joining me, JHL22, SupaPhill. Everybody, have a great week, and we'll see you next week. See you.